Hello beautiful soul, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and I'm so blessed and honored to have you here. There is one thing that I really don't like, and it's adhering to labels. I feel a label can put you in a box and hinder you from growing and evolving like we are meant to throughout life. We're meant to heal and grow. But there is a few labels that I will allow myself to carry, and one of those, which is very important to me, is that of being a witch. In today's video, I want to weave a story for you and tell you what it means to me being and calling myself a witch. What does it mean to be a witch? For me, calling myself a witch is about reclaiming a word that was used to separate humans from their divinity, to instill fear, to create division. It is a word that was used for nearly 1,000 years to keep people suppressed from their innate power to co-create with the universe. Mostly, I use this word to honor all of the souls that were put to death for living the exact life that I do now. A word that was used to persecute them for being a healer, a wisdom keeper, a shaman, a priestess, a medicine person, a midwife, and even just for being a woman. They were tortured, burnt at the stake, stoned, drowned, lynched, and forced to break. And for what? For connecting to the earth, for connecting to spirit, to the ancestors, to cycle with the natural world. I use this word to define a part of who I am for these witches of old, for all of the souls who have lived and still do live under the cloak of secrecy, whose safety and life is in danger for living the way that I do freely. Being a witch is to be led by your spirit, to connect with the seen and unseen realms, to be guided by the land, sky, and sea. It is to dance with the elements and to hear the whispers of the elemental beings, to honor the journey of the seasons and to reflect on the immense power of the natural world. We walk the liminal spaces. We are the alchemists, the masters of transformation, and hold space for healing and bearing the torch to show people the way. We dive into the depths of the void and guide people towards the light, harnessing an inner flame, a sacred rage. We connect to the divine, the ancestors, and the elements, and finally to our own spirit. And through connecting to our own spirit, we show others how to connect to theirs. And that really and truly is magic. Being a witch is not about the way you look. It's not about how many crystals and tarot cards that you have. It is a calling. It is a calling that is only for you to hear. There is no one that can take away your power when it comes to calling yourself a witch. It is something innately magical for you to decide. You do not need to fit a certain aesthetic. You do not need to cast spells and do ritual and dance under the moonlight, which, don't get me wrong, I love doing. You need to feel it, that's all. Feel it and embody that call deep within your heart. Feel it in your stomach, in your gut, your instinctual part of you. You know what? The fact that you're watching this, I can guarantee you are a witch. You've heard the call. The point is, you should never let anybody tell you that you are not witchy or enough of a witch. Witchcraft is bound to no religion or spiritual faith. It is a calling from spirit and earth. You become the bridge of the two realms, walking the physical but connecting with the unseen. And like I said, no one can take that away from you. And so I stand here and speak my truth with a fire burning in my heart for all of the witches, of all the people, all of the innocent lives that were swept up in the mass hysteria throughout time, for all of those people whose lives that were lost, for the fear of this word, the fear of this energy. I like to think that the healing and the light that I share in this lifetime as Samantha is in honor and is paying respects to those who walked before me, who walked the ways of old, the pathways of the hidden, in the liminal spaces of spirit and earth. And I want to finish with a message for anyone who has ever felt the judgment, felt the persecution energy themselves personally. There is a saying, what we don't understand, we fear. What we fear, we judge as evil. What we judge as evil, we attempt to control. And what we cannot control, we attack. I think it's really important to say this because if you are someone who identifies as being a witch and somebody casts judgment, they cast negativity upon you, it's important to remember it is a reflection of them and not you. You stand in your power, you stand in your light, in your heart space. You stay strong. Because what they are projecting is fear. Fear of what they do not understand. Fear of what they cannot control. And they are harnessing all of that in an attack. And I am just so blessed that you are here joining me, watching this video and showing your support in whatever way that is. You can journey with me in between videos on Patreon, where I offer monthly guidance classes on all things beginner, witchcraft and spirituality. I also have a tier that is a monthly forecast. You can join my spiritual development workshop, Soul Quest, and check out my spirit dolls and ceremonial jewelry over on my website, sacredsolaris.com. I cannot wait to work with you, and again, thank you for joining me here on this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it because it is a very special and sacred piece of my heart. Blessings to you all. Bye.